Hey guys, we're joined by Jason Martin, Cayman McAllen, and Jax Martin, and followed by Elias Hazlett. Alright, let's get to it.
Welcome to the second episode of the Bro Show podcast. We did our first one not too long ago. It did okay. The views were not quite as much as I would have hoped, but they did pretty good. So we decided, you know what, let's do it again.
Yeah.
And I'd also like to mention, I think we're going to be doing this for a while. We're not giving up on our regular videos. We're still going to be posting those occasionally. But I think that we have decided to take a break and stick with the podcasting for a little bit. Not saying we'll keep doing that for forever, but we are definitely going to do it for a little while. So let's jump right in. Let's start with Kentucky basketball.
All right.
It's a hot topic.
I have something to say about them. They are an on and off team. We do good against the good teams, bad against the bad teams.
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense to me because it's just that we're like a team that comes in with all kinds of potential, and then we blow it.
Yeah, that's a great way to sum it up. I feel like we're the team that has the most potential in college basketball, yet we somehow managed to mess it up. Now, the big question is, hear a lot about Calipari, blaming Calipari. What do y'all think about that? I'm kind of wondering, should we get him out of there?
Okay, all right. I don't think they're gonna fire him. I don't think you should fire him.
Yeah.
But he's ruined that team.
He has. I mean, he has to do better drills. We had to get better. We're on and off team. We're good. So the big teams, we're really good against them, and exactly what Cayman said. But we are a good team. I just feel like we need a little bit more practice, and once we get during the year, I feel like we'll have more practice, and then we'll get better. But for as of right now, Calipari is not doing too.
All right, here's my thing. Let's say this nicely, I disagree. I think Cal is the best coach in college basketball, and the only reason we are bad is because our players are straight out of high school, and they're not used to being played against these big teams that are so good.
That is true. I agree with you on that. But I also kind of wonder. One thing about Kentucky is that we came into this season with a incredible 3-point shooting team, and that's what everybody was saying, and I agree with that. But I also feel like our post players, we've got Lance Ware, Jacob Toppin, Oscar Tshiebwe, got some really big guys down low that do incredible. Goodnight Tshiebwe was National Player of the Year. But I feel like that if the 3-point shots aren't working, college basketball has strayed away from just getting it to the big guy and letting him just shoot a little layup.
Here's something about that. I think that our 3-point team, we're good. It's C.J. Frederick. He is not hitting his shots.
Yeah.
I have nothing against that, but when he shoots, he needs to take more time. He just turns around and jumps up and shoots. He doesn't even it's just that as fast as he possibly can. And one thing about this is Tshiebwe's not even doing half of as good as he was the other time. I get that everybody in Kentucky basketball loves Tshiebwe and stuff, but he's not the best player on the team.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think Tshiebwe is good, but he's not used enough as he should be. And I think Calipari is not the worst coach in the world.
Hey.
I don't think he's the number one coach.
Yeah.
I think it's the little stuff. It's not the drills. They get enough practice. He loses his mind enough on the refs.
Yeah.
And
I will say this: we haven't seen the fury out of Calipari that we have.
it's the little stuff, like just getting the ball down low more. It's the little stuff that makes this
Can I
team.
tell you something? Calipari is not. He's letting Oscar Tshiebwe pick when he wants to be in and when he wants to be out. So there is nothing against Calipari putting Oscar Tshiebwe in. Oscar Tshiebwe can play as long as he wants, and if he doesn't want to play at all, he don't have to play. Cal gave him that option. He gave every person on the team that option.
Yeah,
If they want to play, they can play. If they don't want to play, they don't have to. He's not going to force them.
Yeah.
And
yes, but
here's my thing. A lot of people are saying it's a Calipari and Bruce Pearl fight. There's no fight against that. Cal is the number one coach in basketball. He was under Coach K, and the only reason is because Coach K has 5 championships. But let's say this. Calipari, he always puts together very good teams, and he's a very good coach. He just got to stop losing his mind on every single thing.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like my thing about it is if you're going to get rid of Calipari, who are you going to get?
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a lifetime contract with him that would take millions from Kentucky's money to, what's the word I'm looking for? Release his contract, I guess. And who else are you going to get? I mean, you're talking about Bruce Pearl. How do we know
could get him,
he would
but
even?
he's not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
with Cal.
Yeah, would he even want to come? I mean, you know.
Bruce Pearl's got a big contract at Auburn.
Yeah,
And
and
he's
honestly,
not, he thought about there was like a 2% chance that he would come to Louisville that time when everybody thought he would.
yeah,
And he didn't.
Here's my
No way
thing
he
about
would've.
this. Everybody says Bruce Pearl's so good. He left Tennessee to go coach Auburn when Auburn was like the #1 team in the nation. Tennessee fired Bruce Pearl. They fired him. They wanted him gone. Auburn gave him a chance, and he's a better coach than everybody else thought he is, but he's not as good as everybody says.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, but you talk about Louisville. Goodness gracious, what a train wreck! I mean, they don't even deserve to be in the ACC.
Their roller
Goodness
coaster
gracious.
never goes up. It's just
Yeah.
down, down, down.
Yeah, their roller
I
coaster
would
is
like-
that big drop you see at the beginning.
I'd throw up for that roller coaster.
Yeah, I mean, goodness gracious. You know those coasters that literally just drop, or you know those that ride you go up,
Like
then
the
you just
frog
drop.
thing,
Yeah.
like Gettysburg, stuff like
That's
that.
Louisville for you. I mean, they're horrible.
No,
Goodness
because they
gracious.
don't go up. It's just
Yeah, they sit at the bottom. I mean, they've lost to nobody teams. They've lost to good teams. They've lost to elementary teams. It seems like. I mean, I feel like my team could beat them. I mean, it's ridiculous. But yeah. And so, what about Kentucky football? I mean, getting rid of our offensive coordinator and
I like that.
I like
Yeah.
it.
We,
Rich Gabriello.
we needed him gone.
yeah,
We
Kentucky
also
going on a
fired
firing
our
spree.
special teams coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, like
We need some new coaches.
I don't know. I'm not like I can't really. You can't really like see what.
You know what I
the
want?
special
You know what I
teams
want?
coach does.
I want us to fire Stoops, and I want us to let Brad White, the defensive coordinator, become the head coach.
yeah,
If Stoops ever leaves, then Brad White's coming in.
Stoops a good coach, but he got raised. He's getting more money now to play his guys, like to make his guys run like the ball and go for it on 4th downs and stuff like that.
yeah.
Our game, we had a down at like the 10-yard line where it was 4th and 1. He brought our kicker out. Just go for it, dude. You're getting paid money to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
He's just not that smart.
And honestly, I feel like, I mean, goodness gracious, Chris Rodriguez, the tiny little missile. I mean, you can't stop that guy. We've had some of the.
Tiny little missile.
Well, he's short. I didn't realize that. He's actually kind of short.
Yeah.
He's huge, but he's short. I thought,
Yeah.
he, was,
5'10".
I thought he was tall. 5'10".
Yeah, but he's a beast.
I'm pretty sure he's shorter than me. I'm fairly
Yeah.
sure.
But here's my
You're
thing.
You're 5'11", right?
He is the
About.
best SEC running back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
that we
highly
have.
agree with that. I
Yeah.
mean,
What about Will Levis? He
Yeah.
did crazy good.
Yeah.
Levis is good.
Levis
He's
is
got
a
to
very.
get rid of it though. He's got to get out of the pocket. And
He
he's got to
does.
get rid of
And
it.
one of the problems with that, I'm not
Again,
taking
it's
up
like
for
Coach
him.
Calipari. It's the little things.
I'm not taking up for him, but our offense, you have to admit that Kentucky's offensive line is like
yeah, he
ridiculous.
has
I
no
mean-
protection, and
And-
you know,
He's going to the NFL, guys. Like, he ain't going to be over here like, oh, let's wait a little
Yeah,
bit, then throw
yeah.
and get hurt.
Yeah. The our offensive line is like the U.S. border policy, just let everybody through. But
yeah,
but like in Levis, he's a very multi-tool player. He can run the ball, he can throw the ball, but he does need to get rid of it quicker. And I feel like, I'm not a big Kentucky football person. I've always been more of a basketball person. But how are our receivers? I'm going to ask you.
They're
all
good.
this.
Both we have Tavion Robinson. They're arguing about him and Key being our #1 wide receiver on the team. He was
It's
out.
Barry Brown.
His leg.
Barry Brown.
I've seen a lot from Barryon Brown.
All right, here's my thing about this.
Barry
Everybody
Brown.
says this. Barry Brown is the fastest kid out there, but he's not that good at catching the ball. I think Dan Key is the best.
I will say this: I've seen good things from Barryon Brown in the Louisville game. That's a game I actually watched a little bit of. But
All right,
I mean,
When we
he's
played-
caught the ball real good, but
when
I
we
mean,
play Georgia, he's on two DBs from the Georgia lineup, and he's over here catching balls like that. He's really good, but
Yeah.
Dan Key Yankees brother's in the NFL and he's a DB.